Hello dear students, a very good morning to all of you. Dear children, in our today's video, we will talk about the classification of basic radicals. Okay, so actually basic radicals are classified into 7 groups from 0 group to 6 group. Okay, so here I have shown the groups: 0 group, first group, second group, third group, fourth group, fifth group and sixth group. So these are the groups in which cations are present. Okay, basic radicals are present. Here I have shown the cations. Okay, so these are the cations which are present in their respective groups, and these cations we have to detect in the given compounds. Okay, here I have shown the group reagents of a particular group. Okay, so group reagent we have already discussed, the chemicals by using which we can detect the presence of a particular group is known as group reagent. Okay, for example, by using this chemical we can detect the presence of 0 group, so this is the group reagent of 0 group. By using this compound we can detect the presence of first group, so this is the group reagent for first group. Okay, and so on. And here I have shown the formula of precipitate, means these are the chemical forms which you are going to obtain after adding these group reagents in the salt solution of these cations. Okay, so when you take the salt and you will add the respective group reagent, then you will get these precipitates. Okay, so let's start from the 0 group. So in 0 group, 3 cations are present: ammonium cation, sodium cation and potassium cation. Okay, group reagent is K2HgI4. The common name of this compound is Nessler's reagent. Okay, this is Nessler's reagent and the chemical name is potassium mercuric iodide. Okay, and actually this compound is gives the reaction only in basic medium. So to provide basic medium we have to add some quantity of NaOH also. Okay, so whenever you add K2HgI4 in basic medium in the solution of salt of these cations, you will get the brown PPT. Okay, you will get the brown PPT of this compound. You can write this compound simply like this: HgO, HgNH2I. Okay, so you will get the brown PPT of this compound after adding group reagent in salt solution. Okay, and the name of this compound is Millen's base. Okay, so basically we can say that after adding this group reagent you will get the brown PPT of Millen's base of these cations. Okay, actually I am talking about this ammonium ion only. Okay, actually sodium ion and potassium ion generally not given to CBSE students. Okay, so this reaction you will get in the case of this cation. Okay, now let's talk about the first group. In first group the group reagent is dilute HCl. So when you add dilute HCl in the salt solution, okay, which may have silver cation, mercurous cation or lead cation, okay, then you will get the chlorides of these cations. Okay, as we are adding hydrochloric acid, so because of the presence of chloride ion, all the cations will precipitate in chloride forms. Okay, so by adding dilute HCl, this is how we can detect the presence of first group. Okay, now let's talk about the second. In second group we have to add H2S. Okay, and like Nessler's reagent, as Nessler's reagent work in alkaline medium, and H2S will precipitate these salt only in acidic medium. Okay, so that's why we will pass H2S gas in the presence of dilute HCl, and when you pass H2S in the presence of dilute HCl in the salt solution of these cations, you will get the sulfide salts, okay, of these cations. And one more thing, that second group is actually classified into 2 subgroup, A and B. So out of these cations, from Hg to cadmium, these cations are present in second A group. Okay, and remaining cations are present in second B group. Okay, and for both these subgroups group reagent is same. Okay, dilute HCl plus H2S. Okay, now let's talk about the third group. In third group cations are ferric, aluminium cation and chromium cation. Okay, group reagent is NH4Cl, NH4OH. And in this case, NH4OH you will take in excess quantity, okay, and NH4Cl you will take in small quantity. So you can say this thing like, whenever you add ammonium hydroxide in the presence of ammonium chloride in the salt solution of these cation, you will get hydroxide salts, okay, as you are adding ammonium hydroxide in the excess. So because of this hydroxide anion, you will get the hydroxide salts, okay, of these cations. Now let's talk about the fourth. In fourth group, 4 cations are present: zinc, cobalt, manganese and nickel, okay. So for these cations, group reagent is again H2S in the presence of ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride. So when you provide these chemicals in the salt solution of these cations, you will get sulfide salts as you are adding H2S, okay. So by obtaining sulfide salts, you can detect the presence of fourth group, okay. Now next is fifth group. In fifth group, 3 cations are present: barium, calcium and strontium, okay. And for these cations, group reagent is ammonium carbonate in the presence of ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride, okay. So when you add ammonium carbonate, definitely you will get the carbonate salts as you are providing carbonate anion, okay. So in this case you will get carbonate salt and you will find the presence of fifth group. Now last group is sixth group. In this group, one cation is present only, Mg+2, okay. And for the detection of this cation, you will use sodium hydrogen phosphate in the presence of ammonium hydroxide and ammonium chloride, okay. So in this case you will get MgNH4PO4 and the physical state of this compound is white PPT. So when you get white PPT after adding these compound in the given solution, then it will be understood that sixth group will be there in your compound, okay. So by using these chemicals, this is how we can detect the presence of particular groups. I hope all groups are clear to you. Thank you. Have a good day.